Welcome to Driveway Garage. Today I thought I'd do a walk around on my 2011 Hyundai Santa Fe. I sold my Prius because I wasn't driving 1,000 miles a week. I wanted something four-wheel drive, sits up a little higher, so my wife did some research and thought I'd like this, and so far I do. It's got a 6-cylinder, it's a limited, leather interior, heated seats, pretty much all the options. Electric mirrors, windows, locks, dual climate control. What else? Steering wheel controls. So I'll flip the camera around here and kind of give you a walk around on the car. I'm going to start on the inside because it's about freezing outside. It's nice and comfy in here. I just ran it through the car wash. So show you what we have. So of course, let me get this backed out a little bit. You got your steering wheel, 3 gauges, one for RPMs, speedometer, and then you have your gas gauge. I guess it's for 3 dials, 4 things, the temperature for the coolant. Now on your steering wheel, of course you got an airbag and your horns. You can control the stereo from here if you want it on XM radio, CD player, AM, FM. This is your station up and down button, volume control. And if you want to use voice control, I haven't really checked that out too much yet. On the other side, you have your cruise control, on and off, cancel. This is to resume it if you hit your brake and shut it off, or you can speed it up, set it, slow it down. Make a phone call, end a phone call. Over here, of course, your electric window controls and your side mirrors. And you flip this lever to the right, use the toggle switches or the buttons there to go left, right, up, and down, and then flip it back the other direction. Manual locks, electric locks. You've got your vents. There's also little tweeters in the door on both sides for the stereo. It has a pretty good sound. Here you have an on-off on the vents. If you don't want them on, all 4 of them will shut off. This is just a small one on the top to blow air over here to keep this part of your window from fogging up so you can see your side mirrors. Now it does have a small mirror in the top underneath there. I watched a video where a guy took the dash apart to replace the stereo, and I found out that is a speaker. MP3 player, CD player, AM, FM, XM radio, CD. You can seek, track. If you want to tell your map to look for a place, push that button. Your destination, route, your setup, how you want things going on, telephone. Front defrost. So let's say you have a lot of ice on your window. You can just push that button. It'll go straight to defrost, thaw that out faster. Your rear window defroster, of course, is electric. Just push that button. Emergency flashers. Now here's your air conditioning controls. You can do automatic, off, engage your air conditioning. Now this will control where the air comes out, whether you want it on defrost. You can have it on defrost and floor, just the floor, the middle, or the middle and the floor. So there's a lot of options. If you're going through a really dusty area or it's really hot, you can push the recycle button and it'll just circulate the air inside of the car. This one will bring in fresh air. You can manually control the fan, or you can do over here the mode and dual control. So if you want to push the dual button, then you can control both sides with the driver's button. It's got an ashtray or a change holder there. You don't see ashtrays too much, but it actually looks like an ashtray. It even has a little thing there for buttoning out your cigarette. Your electric seat controls are right there. And you push it once, it's on high. You push it again, there'll be just one light instead of 2 lights. It'll be on low. You've got auxiliary connection here for used in the old days, of course, a cigarette lighter, but charge your phone or whatever. I've got one over there plugged into that side, and this one is also an does ionization to get rid of some of the fumes in your car. You've got an USB for an iPod, auxiliary. This is the one I usually use for charging my phone. Also has a manual automatic, so you can bring it down here into drive and then slide it to the right and you can manually shift it. Now I've noticed driving it, you're taking your chances when you put it in here, because if you forget and you start accelerating and you're in first gear, it just stays in first gear. It'll rev the heck out of it. So normally, unless I'm really paying attention, I just leave it in drive. 2 cup holders. They've got these little springy things to help keep some tension on your cup. And like I said, all the vent controls go up and down. You can go sideways, whichever way you want it. And if you totally want it off, put it over here to the X and it'll shut the vent off. Of course, it's got airbags, side airbags, curtain airbags, electric heated seats on both sides. They're all leather. Infinity stereo system. It's got some like 6-inch speakers in both doors. I imagine there's more in the back. I haven't really checked the back out too much. Today I went through the car wash and I sounded kind of noisy. And you can see there's moisture on the inside. I think my wife, when we were trying to turn the light on in the back of the car the other day, she must have pushed this button and popped the vent on the sunroof. So, but also I noticed when I went to open and close it, when I went through the dryer, it blew one of the rubber seals off, so I've got to figure out where that goes now. Sun visors. It's got a little slit here, and I wasn't sure what it was for, but I have a feeling you could put a credit card or a parking pass or something in there, so it'd be easy to access. Then it has a mirror, and it's lighted. When you open it up, it turns the light on, shuts it off. It's got some really nice size sun visors. So when you pop them open, it covers up most of the window. And the part it doesn't cover, it's got this little extension, so it covers it all up. On my Prius, it left about 4 to 6 inches. So I made a thing that slid over the sun visor, and then I could just slide it out and cover that gap, because when the sun was over here, it was pretty annoying. I think this is the microphone for when you want to talk. I see there's some kind of sensor up there, and I can't tell you what it's for. Maybe the inside temperature. Help maintain the temperature at the right temperature. And these are dome lights, one there, one there. And this one, if you, I'm assuming, if you don't want the light to come on when you open the door, and that's if you do. And then this one is the dome light for the back. So when you push this button, it lights up the back seat. It's kind of handy. I'm assuming that'll shut off in a little bit. What else can I show you in the front? Of course, you got your glove box. This did come with the owner's manual, which is always nice if you want to look something up. We'll shut that back down. Now there's some controls over here. One thing I kind of like is you can shut off your traction control. So I guess if you want to burn some rubber, see if I can hold this with this. You can shut the traction control off here. This one will lock your 4-wheel drive. So if you're in some really bad weather or off-road, you really want to go slow and have all 4 wheels locked, you can do that. Fog lights are here. This is your dash lights. You can brighten them or dim them. These do not shut off all the way. At night when I'm driving, I really don't like a lot of light inside of a vehicle. I like to just shut them off, especially if you're just cruising down the highway. Makes it easier to see deer and stuff. Now this button, once you start the car, you can push this button, and there's a plug-in in the back so you can run 110 volts. So I suppose if you, I don't know what you'd use it for. If you had to use a drill, auxiliary heater, maybe if you had a small refrigerator, you wanted to use it while you're driving down the road, you could do that. Let me get out real quick and we'll look around. The hood release is right there. The skinny lever right here. And then your emergency brake, of course. Push it down to set the brake. Push it down again to release it. Open your gas cap, the lid, push that. It's got nice carpet underneath it, and it's got these nice rubber floor mats. I thought about taking the ones down below off, but I see these holes don't even line up, so it wouldn't matter. Also has cup holders and a little bit of storage down in here. This is what the outside of it looks like. It's got nice aluminum rims. The tires are good. It's 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, so I was gonna buy snow tires, but I've been looking for used ones. Couldn't find any, and I don't want to spend $500 or $800 for new ones since it's all-wheel drive. As you can see, the tread's really good. It does have a few scratches here and there. Of course, it's used. It's 11 years old now. Some of these I think are new from parking lots. People just don't really care about other people's vehicles. Sometimes I'll be sitting in my vehicle and somebody will just pull up, open the door, and bang into my car. It's rather annoying. This damage was done when I bought the vehicle. Somebody must have hit something. And this one is brand new. Somebody ran into my bumper the other day and broke it. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to turn it over to my insurance or not. Rear windshield wiper. Now, one thing I like about this, it's got nice styling, but so many vehicles nowadays, the trunk or the back hatch release is someplace under here, and you have to feel around and try to find it. This one just has a handle there. You click it, she opens up. Pardon the mess back here. Oh, I just added that hitch, and I also added the wiring harness, which is, the hitch was kind of a pain, but the wiring harness was easy. You can see my hitch there for it. Comes with a nice rubber mat in the back to protect the carpet. And underneath here you've got storage. It's where your jack is. Mine's missing something there, but I don't even know what it is. Maybe it was a tire pump, tire gauge. I'll have to look and see. And this is the 110 volt power outlet I was talking about. But you have to have the car running, and then you push that button, it turns an inverter on. It's kind of cool. I've never used it. Then there's another power outlet. You have to, somebody in the back seat wants to charge a phone battery or tablet, whatever. I see there's another speaker over here. Maybe a little bass. And let's go to the back seat here. Excuse the mess. Some holders there. I think these are cup holders, if I remember right. Oh, I guess it's just some storage. Little thing there. Another 12 volt outlet there. This is for my heat tape on my roof. I just bought that from somebody. So, there's a lever on the top of the seat here. You pull on it, and these seats fold down. And the nice thing is the headrests just pop down, so you don't have to remove them. And then this will slide down and give you a level area in the back. Normally. Right now I've got a bottle of Febreze in there, so it's not going to want to go down. Speakers in the, more 6-inch speakers in the doors here. Electric window controls, your locks. I've had problems, this door, about half the time this doesn't want to work. I don't know why, but it doesn't unlock, so you have to manually unlock it, but it's no big deal. This car is really dusty, I noticed when I bought it. It's like they had the windows down a lot driving on dirt roads. Oops, some of my trash is blowing out. I have enough trash in my neighborhood. Alright, and there you have a little handle there on the back, so you can grab that, shut the back latch down. I see the passenger side. I don't know what color this is. It's almost like a greenish brown. But it's got a metallic in it. It looks kind of cool. I like the wheels. It's got nice brakes on it, good tires. Oh, I see the car wash managed to damage my license plate. Not happy with that. Guess we'll straighten that right up there. Now, see if I can. Okay, so right in the center, after you pop the latch inside, there's a lever here. You push it to which side? Push it to the left, and then your hood will pop open. It does have hood struts. I've replaced those before on different vehicles. They're pretty easy to do. They just kind of snap in and out. In case they get weak and you can't hold the hood up anymore, it's nice to just replace them. Now, this is the 3.5 liter V6, if I remember right. I think it gives you that information up there. Someplace, anyway. I wanted something with the V6, not a 4-cylinder, so that has more power. And this thing's really peppy. Gets up and goes. This is where you would add your engine oil. This is where you check your engine oil. This is where you add your washer fluid. And I have found from my experience, get the stuff for the winter time. Don't use the blue stuff in the winter, because if you're on the highway, sometimes that stuff will freeze and then you don't have any way to wash your windows. Power steering, engine coolant. You can see the level there. It's where it belongs. That's where it belongs. The air filter for the vehicle is right behind there. I've checked that and it's in good shape. Fuses are under here. This is it brings the fresh air in from the front into your air breather. I won't go into all that stuff. I buy and sell cars and tinker on them. Stuff that's not too serious. A lot of times it's as simple as like this is called a Maf Sensor. Sometimes those go bad and it can't regulate the air going into your vehicle, so it doesn't know how much gas to give it, so they run terrible. But a lot of times you can clean those or you can just replace them. They're pretty easy. One little bolt there. Power steering pumps there. Overall, I'm impressed with the vehicle. I'm going to show you one thing I really like, which it's kind of a small thing, but to me, first of all, the height of it, it's really easy to get in and out of. So I just slide in. I don't bang my head on the top of the door. But one of my favorite things about this vehicle is the center console. Most vehicles have a center console that comes up high, like up to here someplace. And my knee is always banging on it all the time when I'm driving. And I hate it. It gets my knee sore right there if I'm on a long trip. This one, it's low enough that my knee never hits it. My old Prius, it didn't have that problem, but the newer Priuses, this is all center console in here and your gear's just right here. And it was always banging it. And my wife's Subaru Crosstrek, it's a 2021, same thing. I move the seat back as far as I can safely, so it keeps my legs straighter, but it's always banging on there, and it's really annoying. Well, I think I'll conclude my walk around with that. If you guys are thinking about getting one of these, they're pretty nice. I like them. Now, another thing, let's see. I took the key out. I'll just go ahead and start it up for you real quick. The key's right there, which I like. Instead of being on the side of the steering wheel, you can't see it. It's easy to get to. Oops. Starts right up. You can see the gauge is working. Now, right in the center there, you can see, I'll get a little closer here, the 2.28, that's the miles per gallon. Now on a trip, you push the trip button over here, and shut the radio off. Average miles per hour, 30. Economy is on, so it gives you better gas mileage. When you hit the gas to pass somebody, the economy shuts off. This trip, 377.1, that's just because I didn't reset it. To reset it, just hold the reset button down. And now we got ready for a new trip. Has 134,231 miles on it. It'll go 260 miles on the gas that's in it. I just filled it up. And again, average miles per gallon is 22.8. Just hold the trip button. Oh, oops. Range. Maybe it won't reset while I'm sitting still. I'm not sure. Well, let's put it in gear, see if it'll reset. Oh, my bad. All right, that's silly of me. Okay, do that again. Range, miles per gallon. You actually have to hit the reset button, not the trip button. Hold it for a few seconds. And now, if you're going on a trip, you want to keep track of your gas mileage, you can do that. That way, if you start having any kind of vehicle problems, you'll know it because your gas mileage will change a lot. While it's on here, I'll show you the radio. You got FM. And then this button on the steering wheel here, you push that and it'll change whatever preset stations you have. Which is not a lot because I usually use XM radio. And then you can go to mode. There's FM2, AM, XM1. I guess. Oh. There we go. Oh, I guess I have my stations on XM3. I didn't even know there was an XM3. Once you get it on whatever station you want it on, you just hold this one of these buttons, and after a few seconds, it'll program it to that station. It's got a CD player, an MP3 player. What else? You can change the languages to French or Spanish. Now the map over here, if you want your destination, click on the address and you can put in your address, the street, the state, the city, all that kind of stuff. And I won't go through all that, it'll be too time consuming. But then the setup button, you can set up different stuff how you want it. You might have to look at the owner's manual to do that. But overall, I like the vehicle. It's comfortable. We've taken it on several 1-hour trips and I don't get tired of sitting in it. Some vehicles hurt my back after a while because I have a bad back. After about 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to get out of here. But this one I like. And the electric seats, you go normal up and down, back and forth. And I think, get around here, it's got a lumbar support too. So you can take the lower part of the back and move it forward or back, whatever fits your seat better. Oh yeah, and up here on the mirror, you've got 3 different remote controls you can program. I've got mine set for my garage door opener because that's the only thing I have. But if you had a gated a gate to your property or something, you could set that. You can turn the automatic dimmer on or off. Oh, it's even got a compass in there that you could turn on or off. Cool, I didn't even know that. I hadn't paid attention to it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your patience and appreciate you watching my videos. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hope this helps somebody out. Have a great one.